Woke up to more snow again this morning, quite a few inches, and of course, by the end of the day, it did melt. I was not really here much today. I did have to go into town to do a few errands, but it's not really warming up. This evening, it is very cold outside, one of the coldest nights that we've had in a while, and it's also extremely windy. You can just hear the wind just whipping around the desert. It's throwing things around and all over the house. All kind of stuff's moving around. It's probably the windiest night that I have experienced to this point. Snow again this morning. I think this might be the last of it, at least for the foreseeable future. It's supposed to get pretty nice tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Unfortunately, though, I think today I'm going to be stuck inside again. It's just not super comfortable to be outside working on the tiny house when it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I mean, that's pretty uncomfortable. It might get up into the 40s by the end of the day today, and the snow should melt again, but everything's going to be wet and muddy, cold, windy. Hopefully this weather starts to improve and we get a little taste of spring here after tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting a little sick of the snow at this point. There's not a cloud in the sky right now. I think that this will be my inaugural night under the stars, at least out here in New Mexico. I have not been able to get out here, just the weather hasn't really cooperated. Also, we had a full moon phase that just went through over the past few days. It was way too bright out here, but the moon is not going to rise until very late this evening. So I think I'm going to get quite a few hours out here under the stars. The temperature is not too cold. It is warming up a little bit. Like I said earlier, it should warm up over the next few days. So I cannot wait to spend some time out here. I have the telescope set up, ready to go, and the sun's not even going to set for another hour. Okay, so I think we can scratch what I said about it being warmer out here. Sure, maybe it's a little warmer, but it's still going to be very cold tonight, probably dipping into the teens. I think it's just me and the coyotes out here this evening. It's also very cold, much colder than I anticipated. I don't know how long I'm going to last, but I gotta say, it is absolutely beautiful out here. I mean, these are some of the darkest skies that I have seen in a very long time. Feeling very fortunate that this is going to be our backyard for the foreseeable future here, and gonna try to make the most of it, guys. Tonight I am going for the Orion Nebula M42. It's a pretty easy target, actually probably one of the easiest ones, a great one for folks that are beginning astrophotography. I did do this target a couple of years ago when I was first starting out, but I want to try to improve on that image, and we don't have a lot of time left with Orion. Orion is a winter constellation. It's going to be dipping below the horizon within the next few hours. I only have a few hours after sunset over the next week or two to try to get as much data as I can on the Orion Nebula. I'd also really like to do the Horsehead and the Flame again as well, so I'm going to be pretty busy out here at night over the next couple of weeks. Looks like a good spot. I think making the tee box is going to be harder than putting in the pin. I thought that was going to be the harder part, but I got to make a flat surface. Guess it might work. There's only one way to find out. Into the wind. What do we think, like 40, maybe 50 yards or so? It's right on it. Pretty good first shot. I feel like this property is big enough where I could theoretically take like a full swing driver from here, and as long as I don't hit the tiny house or the other house or any of our cars, like I'm pretty sure I could hit it in that direction and it wouldn't leave the property. I'm definitely gonna try it at some point, stupidly. Alright, I'm gonna do something real stupid right now. I am going to hit my 3-wood, my second longest club, as hard as I can and see what happens. I'm really hoping that I don't slice it straight into one of the tiny house windows. Shake that one. One more, we'll try one more. Okay, so I sliced that one a little bit. Alright, one more. Alright, that was better. That was a good one. Well, I found the ball that I shanked straight into that tree about 20 yards in front of me. Let's see if I can find the other two. I think that's the second one I hit. Well, I found 2 of 3, only lost one of them. And this was a pretty good way to walk around and explore the property, get some exercise. I do think that I will mostly stick to just like short game shots, maybe try to make a couple of par 3s or something. Just those long clubs, drivers, and 3-woods. Doesn't really work out here. There's just too many like trees, too many obstructed views. You let one of those go and you're pretty likely to lose the ball. That would get expensive pretty quickly. I didn't exclusively go to Home Depot to get golf stuff. That wasn't really the intention. The main goal was to pick up a shower that I ordered online for the tiny house. I got a message saying it was ready this morning, so came up, picked it up. They even loaded it up for me. It was pretty awesome, and should be good to go on getting that thing installed. That'll be the next step as part of a future Tiny House Tuesday video. The golf stuff was sort of an impulsive decision, and it was just a little something extra. Made it back a little while ago. It was an absolutely beautiful day. By far the nicest day since we've been out here. I actually was able to wear shorts all day because I was just in town, walking around, going to stores. Perfect weather. Should be really nice the next couple of days as well before it gets a little bit chillier again. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try to get as much done as I can out here with the tiny house, and then maybe tomorrow, if I have some time in the afternoon, I'll start playing around with my golf setup and try to improve that a little bit. This stuff was $20 for this mat at Home Depot. They have like hundreds of them. They're trying to get rid of them. It's not really gonna perform like an actual green. It's gonna be probably faster. I doubt I'm gonna be able to get balls to actually stop on it, but I don't know. I mean, I figure this is a heck of a lot cheaper than going the alternative route, which I did do a lot of research, and we would be looking at, spending quite a bit of money to try to put like a putting green back here, like with actual turf that is designed to mimic a golf green. They're not cheap. They're thousands and thousands of dollars. So maybe one day if I could save up enough money and really think it's worth it. But for now, I'd rather spend a couple $100 and just have a fun little practice area to mess around on, and then save the rest of the money to actually go play golf on a real course. It's a lot of work. It's pretty level. I think for chipping, that'll be a good thing. In terms of putting, I think it's going to be pretty difficult for me to get a ball to like roll true on this green. For now, it'll just be like an area where I can chip and hit balls too. And, I guess I can putt, but it just won't be realistic. I think it's an upgrade over what I had a few days ago. I guess it's a little bit more than just a flagstick in the dirt now, and at least it's the right color. Nice and clean in here. I think we'll be good to go. I picked Shannon up at the airport later today. Not too long, she will be back. I'm looking forward to having her back, and at the same time, I really enjoyed my couple of weeks out here alone. It definitely did get lonely from time to time, for sure. But, at the same time, I got a few fun projects done. I got some work done on the tiny house. We have a lot planned over the next few months while we're out here living off-grid at this property. Obviously, plenty of things that we want to do to upgrade this little cabin, as well as the Tiny House Tuesdays and the conversion on the tiny house interior. And then, we would like to show you guys around the area as well. I know we haven't really ventured much off of this property, but there's a lot of really cool things to see around here, so I'm sure we'll go on some adventures locally. And then I actually do want to take the Element camper as well, maybe make some upgrades to that and take that on a trip or two. I'm sure eventually I'm going to take a trip over to the coast. We're about 12 hours from San Diego, so it's not too bad. It's about a day's drive away where I can get out there and get some waves for a few days. So I'm sure that's going to happen eventually, but As of right now, I'm just trying to make the most of being out here in the desert and just living in the moment and enjoying it for what it is. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future holds, and I know we have a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts between this property out here and living off grid, and then obviously our aspirations to hopefully get back on the road at some point, get a truck camper. That's something that's not going to happen right away. It's going to take months and months for this all to develop. We have plenty of things to do to keep us busy over the foreseeable future, and we look forward to sharing every step of the way with you guys. We can't thank y'all enough for watching and for following along, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one.